So Miley Cyrus is in the news again, as usual. Well, at least she's giving us a break from Justin Bieber, temporarily. So it says here, Miley Cyrus's home burglarized again. Her Maserati was stolen. Well, her Maserati is a $102,000 car, and our society is paying for that anyway, because we support her, we give her attention, we go to her shows, not me personally, but millions of people do. So I don't know. I don't think this is really newsworthy considering, 145 million people in this country are either on government assistance or unemployed. That's not a good sign. That should be the headline everywhere all day. And that's what we really need to be talking about. That is newsworthy. Okay? And the reason I harp on Miley is because, I understand she's a 21-year-old girl and she wants to be rebellious and she wants to wow out. No one can tell her what to do. And hey, I am totally for that. I am for freedom. But the problem is that not giving an F, like she says all the time, on Instagram or whatever, not giving an F used to be a sign of rebellion from the establishment, what the establishment wanted. Okay? Now, the establishment wants this kind of behavior from Miley Cyrus. I mean, getting naked on stage, rapping about drugs to her mainly preteen fan base and adult fan base now. I mean, yeah, she makes catchy songs. Okay, I'm not going to deny that. But the problem is that with smartphones and technology, 12-year-old kids see, there's her just flashing her badge. 12-year-old kids, it was in the news today, 2 preteen girls charged as adults in stabbing of a 12-year-old 19 times in a planned murder plot, says the cops. The girls, both aged 12, have been charged as adults after allegedly luring a friend into Waukesha, Wisconsin park and savagely stabbing her to please a mythological creature named Slender Man, which they learned about online, according to prosecutors. See, this is parents not being parents because they are allowing the smartphone to be the parent. Here's a picture of this Slender Man, creepy little guy figure in this playground of kids, which I guess is a photo on the internet, clearly. And they'll probably use this to censor the internet and censor free speech, and blame everyone else for, what these 12-year-old girls did. But really, it's our society is not caring about things that are important. Okay, see, if you want to be a rebel, okay, and if you want to be a badass, start fighting the establishment again, because the establishment wants this kind of behavior, this chaotic, evil behavior from youngsters. They want this kind of demented behavior, and Miley Cyrus is kind of a tool for the establishment. So her not giving an F is really a cop-out if she thinks she's a rebel, because if you're a real rebel, you would be going against what the establishment wants, and the establishment wants her to act like this, okay? So I would just encourage parents to, if you want, I understand, kids like music. I listened to Eminem growing up, okay? And he was clearly not a good role model, but I still did have good parents for the most part that, I knew what reality was, okay? And, I knew what was right and what was wrong. And clearly, these 2 young girls do not know the difference between right and wrong, or have affluenza or something, or their parents have not taught them, or they're just evil because their parents haven't talked to them and they're not living in reality because they're constantly on their smartphones and the parents aren't interacting with them, most likely. And probably they're probably on a bunch of serotonin reuptake inhibitors and drugs like Adderall or Zoloft. Who knows what they're giving kids now? Prozac. But Miley, I think, I want to hold her to a higher standard because of the influence she has. Uh, but she has the freedom to act however she wants. And you know what? Really, it's the parents' job. I mean, if you don't want your kids to turn out looking like this when they're 15, talk to them. Talk to them. I don't think that you should tell your kids what they have to do and how they have to behave. You need, I mean, to a certain extent you do, but there's ways to do that. It's good parenting. Try to be a good parent. Don't just let your kids be on the internet all day or on their smartphones and don't interact with them. Talk to them. Interact with them. Be a role model for your kids. Make it cool to be smart and to work hard and to be honorable. And, you know, I agree with having fun. You need to allow your kids to have fun. Life is about having fun and working hard. And I think that if you work hard, you should play hard, but responsibly. And it's parents that need to be they need to parent their children again. And this new generation of kids is just not growing up in an environment where their parents are talking to them at the dinner table. They're just on their smartphones. You know what? Honestly, I didn't have a phone until I was 18, and everyone had phones when I was growing up. Still, everyone had phones and in high school, and I didn't have one until I was 18. And you know what? I'm glad. And I don't think kids should really have phones until, I mean, at least 15. But anyway, I am pro-freedom, so I don't want to say that, you know, I don't want to ban Miley Cyrus or anything. I'm just saying, parents start being parents. That's how you change society. You start making it cool to be smart, honorable, work hard, treat people the way you want to be treated. Not giving an F is a cop-out now, because not giving an F is actually what the establishment wants. So it's not really being a rebel. But anyway, you know, I'm sorry, Miley, that your stuff got stolen, your car. But really, we have bigger problems than your Maserati. So anyway, Stu Webb signing off.